What's up, guys? Today we'll be going over a quick recap of the 2026 FNCS Major 1 Summit Finals in Düsseldorf, Germany. There was a total of 148 players across 7 regions and 32 countries participating in this tournament. This summit was spread over a 3-day format, with day 1 being the upper bracket, day 2 the lower bracket, and day 3 the finals. On the screen is the top 10 duels who were able to finish out on top of day number 1. Dharma and Damus were able to finish out on top. Cherry and Cami, number 2. Vico, Malabuca, Sky and Scroll. Acorn and Bolts as the number 1. NA team at number 5. Victor V and Kanata surprising people with finishing number 6 after day number 1. Peterbot and Pollo, number 8, followed by Code and Rapid and Curve and Vino finishing out the top 10 of day number 1. I also wanted to point out the top 10 duels from both EU and NA, as I know a lot of people like seeing these top 10s from each of these regions. Moving on to day number 2, the top 25 of day number 1 advances to the finals, with the bottom 25 moving on to this day 2, as well as the additional 25 that were able to qualify. Of these 50 duels, the top 25 from day 2 would qualify into Sunday's final. So here were the top 10 duels that finished day number 2. Shadow and Virgo on top, followed by Javi and Aminish, Kingeling. We had some Brazilian duels, Pixie Swizzy, Ager's Ritual, a Middle Eastern duo, Asia duo, and Izzy and Nikolov finishing out the top 10. I also wanted to point out the small region performers after these 2 days. From NA West, Victor V and Kanata were able to finish number 6 from day number 1. Bod and LB Works, Hero and FKS, Resigns and Tinka, Lua and Romero were all able to advance to the finals from day number 1. Moving to day number 2 performers, we had some Brazilian duos, as well as Tiggs and Danny Kush, an Asia duo, as well as another Asian duo, just finishing out the top 10. Moving on to Sunday's day 3 final, there was 100 players across 26 countries who advanced from day number 1 and day number 2. Moving on to our final, our winners were none other than Vico and Malabuca taking the top spot, followed right behind them by Peterbot and Pollo. They made a good run for the number 1 spot, but weren't able to finish out on top at the very end. Teeny and Shark finished number 3. Sky and Scroll, drastically died off spawn in the very last game. Acorn and Boats finished top 5. We had some surprising duels of Kingling and Craze, Cooper and Reed, and Shadow and Virgo making the top 10. Shout out to these 3 duels, as I know no one probably had them making the top 10, and more importantly, them qualifying to globals. Pixie and Swizzy were able to finish number 9, and Dharma and Demas finishing out the top 10. I also wanted to point out the top 10 duels for both EU and NA, as I will be updating these on a weekly basis. As you can see, I know EU was kind of top heavy. NA, we had a drop off after the global qualifiers. We had Ager's Ritual, Cold Rapid, and others just finishing out the top 10 of NA. I also wanted to point out the top 10 small region performers from those that were able to advance to the final. From NA West, Epic Whale and Pump were able to take the top spot of the small regions, followed by Danny Kush and Tiggs, Resigns and Tinka, Lua, Romero, and then others from Brazil. Victor V, Kanata were able to finish 6th place out of all the smaller region teams from NA West. Alex and Reckless, another duo from Australia, as well as Japan, finishing out the top 10. Congratulations again to Vico and Malabuca, as they well-deserved the first place trophy and were able to win this Summit LAN, and we'll see how they do in globals. Best of luck to them and all the rest of the duels. Just a quick look ahead of the rest of 2026. We have our FNCS Major 2 beginning July 18th through August 2nd. Our last chance qualifiers from August 3rd to the 14th, and that would be your last chance to qualify for the Global Championships in September 26th through 27th. Following month, we'll also have a FNCS Solo Championship that would begin, and it looks like we'll be having a lot of content for us to enjoy throughout the rest of the year. Thank you for watching this video if you got this far, and please feel free to also follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Facebook, at Cheeto559 if you have the chance and you would like to enjoy more content. Till the next one, and please like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.